Alright, today is going to be a rather strange video. I got up a little too early and I finished my 1 hour running, and now it's 6:15, 6:14, 6:15. So you cannot see anything. But I need to shoot my video and get it over with. So let's see, maybe I'll play with the lighting and maybe you'll be able to see something. But right now what I can see is pitch black. Anyway, I'll try to make the video somehow, so let's hope something comes. Otherwise, just bear with me that you cannot see anything other than just the silhouette of the sky. I'll try to pan left and right and see if something comes up. Anyway, I was running and thinking like what exactly to share with you guys, and then it just struck me that the challenges of having a baby, the small challenges. Okay, I think what I'll do is I'll give you 3 small challenges and 3 big challenges of having a baby and how that impacts your life. Okay, if we'll start off with the big ones. Obviously you would have heard it, like let's not put 3, let's just go on, okay, because these videos are never planned. Yeah, I still cannot see my face. I can't see anything. I don't know if you can see anything, but anyway, it's dark. All right, the first one is the, what do you call that, priorities will change, then you need to adjust your life. Those are the random stuff that people say, okay, but I would say the most challenging for me, personally for me, is patience. Oh goodness, I have nothing but admiration for my wife on how patient she is. A little baby, yes, it is very cute, it's very sweet, and agreed, all that stuff is there. Like whenever I look at that little thing, I no matter how angry I am, I look at her and I just realize she is so innocent, she's full of love, she doesn't have any bad intent, she just does what she knows best, that is crying like a baby. So she'll cry, she'll demand, she'll shout, she'll scream. She just doesn't have the common sense of anything else. But it's incredible how smart she is. Like when she sees me, she will raise her hand and show, carry me up. When I take her to a 7-Eleven, she'll keep screaming that she wants to go to that near where the ice cream and yogurt is kept. When she sees me eating, she'll say So, oh goodness, it's and when I'm sitting and doing my work, all of a sudden I'll hear screaming, wah, wah, and then I'm like, what the fuck happened? And I open the door and there I see her. She's standing on the edge of the rail and she's shouting to get my attention. So the first one is patience. I'll tell you, patience is, fuck, the kid really tests your patience, man. That's a real big one, okay? The second one I would say is the reaction response time. When you're young and you're single, you're pretty hot-blooded. If anyone pisses you off, you get angry quickly and violently. I remember my Pakistani girlfriend who I had when I was in my 20s at Citibank. This poor girl, she is such a submissive creature, So she had purchased this Nokia communicator for my birthday. Brand new Nokia communicator, okay, on my birthday. Imagine, that's my birthday and she has given me this communicator and we are having this nice time together. Went home. I don't know what the fuck happened. I just lost my cool and lo and behold, I smashed the communicator. I just hit it. I don't know, maybe it was because I was taking steroids or that time just taken steroids or is bodybuilding, or maybe I'm just a fucking prick. Smashed the communicator. I mean, I had violent, fast temper. Now it's like when I get angry, I'll tell you, and take it from me, it's not once, it's quite a number of times during the day. Quite a number of times. It can be something your wife does, it can be something your kid does, it can be something somebody does, something a client does. You will lose your cool if you're not careful. So the challenge for me is I get angry, I realize I'm angry, I make myself aware that I'm angry, and I wait. And I try to divert that anger into something else. So the reaction response time, I think, improves. So you never react immediately. Ah, I can see my face. Okay, that's the second one. The third one, I would say, is the aspect of saving, man. It's like 24/7. There's just one thing on your head, and that's money. And where money is concerned, it's also not just earning money, it's saving money. This is something I never had before. I never had this. I'll tell you, I've always lived life to that moment or for that moment. And, I've always preached, live life to the fullest and blah, blah, blah. Now it's like anytime I earn anything, immediately there is this 10% I'll save or 20% I'll save, 5% I'll put here, 5% I'll put there, another 10% I'll put here. So savings, you just think. So those are the three really big ones, okay? And I think they absolutely shape the way that you are as a person, Yeah, apart from, if I would add another two, don't mind, these videos are not planned, so if I said three, I might say five. I think patience, understanding these virtues which make you mature, Oh, this is something that people will not tell you. They'll really not tell you this. But your patience, your ability to be understanding will be tested and pushed to the limit every single day. It's like you'll just think that, okay, this is the max. Next day, something new will come up. Next day, something new will come up. Whew, I'll tell you. Yeah, when I spoke to one of my friends, his name is Jacob. So, he has had kids before me, more or less my age. He's a little younger. So I just asked him, what is the hardest thing about having a child or kid? His response was, well, there will be days where you'll just want to kill that kid. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, you just want to kill that kid. You want to murder it, end it. I was like, ooh, that's pretty sinister and evil. And that too came from a guy who's very, cool, calm, composed. I was like, fucking hell. And I'll tell you, this actually started to be my thoughts after the kid was born. Not initially. Initially, it was all like cutesy stuff. But as the kid starts getting a little bigger, they say, the terrible twos. TTT, the terrible twos. The kid becomes this monster running around, and already my kid is moving towards 1 year, 6 months over. Kid is throwing things around and running, and I'll tell you, it pushes you to the limit, man. And last, if not the least, something I think people generally don't discuss: sex. Okay. It's like if I feel horny and I want to have sex, or my wife wants to have sex, you just can't have sex. Like before, when my wife me and my wife alone, and the baby was not there, I just wake up in the middle of the night or just suddenly feel like having sex. You can have sex. You can just stay naked. You can enjoy each other physically or emotionally or whatever. In the middle of the day, you can just say, let's have sex. Okay, fine. You can shower together, whatever. Now it's like, if I want to have sex, I have to first check, okay, is the baby asleep? Okay, if the baby is asleep, Is the wife in a mood? Okay, what's the time? Do we have to do something? Sometimes I'm in a mood. Baby is sleeping. Wife has to do some household chores, or she wants to complete some work, or she is just eating because she has not had time to eat. Then it's crazy, man. It's like me and my wife have to juggle the schedule. And there have been times where we have just not been able to have sex for 1 week, 2 weeks, because whenever we wanted, something or another just came up. And then it ended up being like I got up at 2 o'clock and just woke my wife, let's have sex. Okay. And there also sometimes I might wake up the wife and she'll say, I'm too sleepy. Because when you decide to have sex, you need to, me and my wife always have this thing that like to have a shower, like to be fresh, then enjoy sex, not with sweaty bodies, or, you didn't have a shower for a couple of hours, just like to have it fresh, man. Oh, that's something couples will not share with you. And yeah, sex has to go fast. You don't have the time. You can be in the middle of the action and suddenly the baby starts crying. And finish, that's the end of it. So, yeah, these are the big ones. So what are the small ones? What are the, see, sun has come out. What are some of the small aspects of having a baby? The first one that comes to my mind is, what? No silence. There's no silence, there's no privacy. Forget it. If you think, okay, I'm going to silently do my work in peace and calm, zen, I'm not going to have any disturbance. Oh, yeah, right, all the best. The world, the world will revolve the other way around. There have been so many times I've wanted to make a breaking news video, and you'll hear my baby screaming at the background. Ah, wee! Before I would stop the video and restart it all over again. It's such a bloody painful process, man. But now it's like, forget it. I'm just going to go on. I'm going to apologize to the viewers and continue my shit. Silence, forget it, okay? Just forget it. And privacy, forget it. So kid will just barge in anytime, do whatever, blah, blah. Right now, obviously I can't. The kid doesn't understand the aspect of privacy. Okay. The second small thing is, forget keeping your house neat, tidy, clean, and everything in place. You can keep your house, like, for example, the other day, I kept my room clean, perfectly in order, cleaned everything. Okay. I went for some time. My wife, she was, she had kept my baby out, and my baby went into my room, and she very nicely very dutifully removed everything from the drawer, pulled out the books down. I think I went for a shower. I came back with my towel to my supposedly clean room, which just before going to the shower I'd kept everything in order. And lo and behold, the whole place was like a war zone. My energy drinks were lying all over the place. My books were everywhere. Thankfully, she didn't tear any book. And coins and, the piggy bank she had opened. Fuck. And my wife, my wife thought it was really cute to have the baby do that. I was like, oh. If I was a religious guy, I'd say, oh, Jesus, help me. Oh, Amun-Ra, oh Lord Shiva, oh Ganesha, Allah, where are you? So, whatever. Okay. So, keeping things neat and tidy. The third small thing is, now this one I'm pretty sure married people will be able to relate to. If I tell my wife, let's go, it's urgent, let's go, and you tell her, get ready in 5 minutes, well, you can try that story or that instruction with the wall, maybe the wall will listen to you. I tell my wife, we need to go 5 minutes. 45 minutes later, I'm still waiting for that 5 minutes to finish. My wife has to get ready, which itself, fortunately, she doesn't put makeup. Fortunately, she can dress quickly. So that takes at least 15 minutes. Okay. Then to get the baby ready, now takes an added 15 to 20 minutes. And to make sure that she has taken everything, and the house keys, and the wallet, and the phone, and everything else, 45 minutes. Okay. And by the time we are ready to go. So I can, like right now, I could have told my wife, get ready. After I finish my video recording, we'll go for breakfast. You can be rest assured that even after 45 minutes, I go back. Wife is still doing something else, either brushing her teeth or washing her face. Because let's say I want to leave immediately. And the first thing is, like, my wife will just check, okay, her diapers. Did she poop? Oh yeah, she did. Okay, we need to wait. Then when we go outside, before we go out, oh, okay, baby is hungry. Well, she has to lie down, breastfeed the baby. I have to wait. Okay, that's another small thing. The next one is keeping the baby clean. Whew. That's another miraculous thing. I can just give the baby a small yogurt, and the next thing I know, she has put the yogurt all over her face and head and the floor, and she's still licking and eating. Okay. I give the baby juice or milk, and you can be rest assured, her clothes, her dress, the scooter, like one day, that day I was driving my scooter, all of a sudden I felt something like cold on my back. My baby had poured all the juice on my back. So yeah, all the best with keeping the baby clean and keeping yourself clean. The other thing, this one can be a big one, safety. My baby is walking all around and happily bumping, and she has this funny walking style, like ting ting ting. It's very risky, I'll tell you that. The table edges, she just goes and someone just runs and bumps her head. Luckily, I have always kept my eyes open for that, and now I've put those plastic covers that the sharp edges, they just make it rounded. That day I took her to Burger King, and whenever my baby is walking, what I tend to do is, you'll notice in my videos, I'm walking behind the baby. I'm keeping an eye front, left, right, where she goes. As she was walking, I saw the table's edge. So immediately, I don't know, just instinctively, I went and put my hand this way. No sooner did I put my hand, she just, came forward, and this part, she just hit this part of my knuckle. So she did get a little pain, but it's a good thing she hit my hand, because if my hand was not there, the edge of the table would have punctured her eye. And I told that to my wife. I said, shit. So I think this is another point. You're 24/7. You're just looking at the baby, what's happening. I'll tell you, a baby can take any ordinary object and do something dangerous. You can see these videos online. The cupboards, a cupboard, they pull the drawer and they use it like a staircase, go up, and the whole cupboard falls down on them. I've seen this. Graphic accidents in Thailand. The road like this, this is like a road. You'll see the baby from the side of the house just run on the road, and a vehicle crushes the baby to death. I've actually seen these actual videos. The baby's head's brains are splattered all over blood, and the baby's dead. Sheesh. It just takes one second, 1 minute where you have not looked at the baby. I'll tell you, anything can be dangerous. A very simple one. 2 days ago, my wife, now if you see, my dogs are there in the house. So we have kept the bowl for the water. So the dogs were like busy like, drinking the water, and little water must have fallen around the bowl. All of a sudden, I just hear the baby dub, like fall down, and the baby starts crying, just screams and cries. I rush out. I'm like, what the fuck happened? The baby slipped on the water, on the floor, and hit the back of her head. Oh, I was so worried. The baby, no, sorry. I was so worried. Wife was so worried. We were holding the baby. I was like, shit, man. So it's like, no matter how safe you think the place is. Oh, another one. We were walking in the mall. These electric sockets, no? Normally, in Dubai, they have like this 3-pin. Here in Thailand, you have this 2-pin. I think like AC, DC. I don't know much about it, but here, if you hold an electrical wire, you can actually feel the current. And if you're standing on, the floor, you can even get electrocuted. People have got electrocuted with just charging the phone. It's bloody crazy. I don't know. So there's some safety standard to it. Here they use only 2 pins. My baby has seen these sockets and tried to put her fingers inside that. So, I'm constantly looking out for the baby. Now, for example, the baby, me and my wife are busy and the baby goes outside, can fall down the stairs, or the dog is there, the dog might suddenly jump. I've seen videos whereby a dog has, bitten a baby's face. So there are so many things, man. It's like you're just constantly on the lookout for your baby and worried. You don't know what's going to happen. And then, the baby learns by observing you. So I'm just pretty wary of that. Like, she sees me, in my computer. She'll see me how I interact with my wife. So she will, if I tell her, she may not listen to it. But if I show it, well, she'll try to follow it. So I need to inculcate the habit of reading books. Otherwise, my baby is just going to be addicted to the phone. I also, pretty concerned about social skills. Like the other day, I took my baby to play with a couple of small babies. She had something in her hand, a toy. And what happened was, she had this toy in her hand and this other baby came and grabbed the toy. I felt really bad for my baby. My heart was like, oh, sheesh, And my baby went and took another toy. This little baby went and grabbed that toy also. Then my baby went and took another toy. That baby went and grabbed that toy as well. I kind of felt, it's after all my baby, So it was like, obviously I don't want to hurt that other baby. And, it's that baby's toys. So, well, my baby, like a sweetheart, didn't ask for anything. But I was just thinking, my baby is so protected in my environment here. What will happen tomorrow when she goes interact? So, yes, I do feel that pain that my baby is, has to be protected. But I can't keep picking her up every time she falls. So I have to hold myself. When she falls, pick yourself up. Be strong. So, whoa, what the fuck was that? That's a hen. That's a cock. That's not. Sometimes I get worried some snake or something. Anyway. Okay. What was I saying? Yeah. So I need to teach my baby the skills of survival. So sometimes you just have to keep quiet. So if she falls, it hurts me, but not physically, emotionally. You kind of feel it. Like when I saw that baby grab from my baby the toy that she had. You always want your baby to be happy, and you take care and you protect your baby. But in the world outside, nobody gives a fuck. So I need her to manage and fight her way out. Hey, how are you? So, but one thing I would be putting my child for, my baby girl, is for Muay Thai fighting. Not for hitting anyone, but to learn that how to not only protect yourself. If someone hits her, give back. Don't fucking keep quiet. Don't take shit from anybody. So, because I may not be there 24/7, you know. So give her these life skills. Yeah, and last if not the least, I think the constant thought of what's next for the baby in terms of education, learning, a future, a character development. I mean, it never ends, yeah. It never ends. Like this young man, not young man, a man going to be in his 40s, asked me, I want to get married. In fact, I even get young boys and girls asking me, I want to get married. Yeah, the dynamics of marriage is not easy, man. It's not about just I love you, you love me. It's money, time, effort. See you. There's so many things. That's why I tell people, okay, forget everything else. But if you don't have the money, just don't get into getting married. Marriage is, the majority is money, especially for taking care of a baby. You don't have money in place. You'll be one place, spouse will be another place, baby will be someplace else. That's not the way to live. So yeah, guys, these were my thoughts about having a baby, how it impacts your life, the good, bad, ugly. So let me know your thoughts about this. Are you married? Do you have kids? How do you manage? Is it easy? And yeah, share the intricacies, because always good to hear from you guys. Like some people say, oh Loy, you are a playboy, so now nature or God taught you a lesson and gave you a girl. I don't know, what is that supposed to mean, as if it's a curse. I seriously wanted a girl. I didn't want a boy. And like one female told me, yeah, you are a playboy. Now, what happens if your daughter dates a guy like you? Said, I'd shoot the son of a bitch. If my daughter dates someone like me, fucking hell, that's going to be a disaster, because even though I was not evil, I just wanted to use for sex and bye-bye. So, well, I'll tell you, I'll cross the bridge when it gets there, but my daughter would know what type of a guy she needs to go out with. Rest is up to her. I can't do everything. Alright? Anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts, good, bad, ugly. Put them down below. I'll always answer them. Take care.